honest. Imagine Immunity
he
won
gave
the
it
major.
the big old smiley face, so I don't know. And that was CS Tycoon. Ooh, that'd be sick. Like a simulator for like a CS team manager, CS Tycoon.
I wonder what the odds would be on
sold.
Immunity, man. Like, imagine the odds betting on £5 or something, or $5 on Immunity. You probably make a ton back.
And then, do you think CLG can beat NIP in their best of one tomorrow? I feel like it's possible, but I wouldn't bet on it. I'm not allowed to bet on it. But here we go. Penta Sports versus Team Property. We've finally made it. You know, it's only an hour late. That's fine. Hopefully you guys weren't too bored with us talking. But it is Savvy holding on to A by himself. So you can see Penta already setting up, kind of giving up the A site. Savvy or Stavros would, of course, like to get one headshot in here to make that retake a little bit easier. But the bomb is already going down. It'll be a 5-on-5 retake. Frisbee has a kit here.
The issue is that they've lost 2 players early on after this plant's gone down, so that's going to make it so much more difficult. Make that a third crystal fall as well, so it's on Crispy and Strikes. Crispy's just been dropped. This could be a clean sweep, and indeed it will be from Property. Great start from them on their choice of map. And again, I think this is really the up for grabs map. I can see Inferno going very one-sided in Penta's favour. This is the map that could secure the 2 points for Penta. Remember, again, if you just joined us, this is Season 8. Every single map counts. Every single map is worth a point.
Yeah, exactly. And this is another one of those matchups where both teams would be pretty happy. I think actually Penta probably wants 2. Property, meanwhile, would be pretty happy to have the split 1-1. And, you know, if it's a very contested season, then those 1-1 splits are, you know, still pretty powerful, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But if you do have a couple teams that are, of course, winning everything 2-0, then I guess it doesn't really matter. You're not making as much ground per series played. So Property able to hold on in that first round, have gone for all AKs and an MP7 up against this forest buy here from Penta.
Again, I'm always a bit nervous when I see this happening, and that's why, because if you lose a couple players, it can get so bad for you. Property still in the advantageous position, of course, picking off a frag in the form of Damas on towards Strux, but there's another frag from Tabson, so they're making this a bit of a sticky round for Property. They're being encircled as well as a player behind them on the toxic barrels. Dumas going to try and deal with that one by himself with the AK-47. Bomb's been planted. And Stavy, the player who's coming around from behind, has been shut down. It's all on Frisbee. 1 HP left, and he is going to be following suit. 2-0 now for Property, but they did lose. What was that? 2 AKs and an MP7? I mean, that's quite a bit of equipment gone.
Well, they got another $800 though, because they did plant that bomb. So, still, and the cheaper side. Let's see. It actually will hurt them a little bit. Robin here. Oh, who is that from Lord of the Rings? I'm too much of a scrub on Lord of the Rings these days. Or is no, that's Game of Thrones.
That's Daenerys.
Oh, I thought it looked like an elf for a second. Sorry, I don't watch Game of Thrones. That show blows.
Oh my, what?
Ooh, tweet at me. Come on. I want to hear it. I want people. I want your tears.
Spam them hatred, guys. Do it.
I need to water my dragon eggs with your tears. Oh, nice face from Robin. Speaking of laying eggs, ooh, that was fun. Team Property 3-0, and this time Team Ace and keeping everybody alive.
I can just imagine the hatred, the fanboyism right now.
Some people have to buy some new monitors. They've since punched them.
But good hold for Property once more. Penta now with the assault rifles. Just the FAMAS on Crystal, who's biting the bullet and getting the 1 defuse kit for his team. At least this is something to work with, but here comes the issue. If Penta lose this round, they're already backs against the wall. They've only picked up 3 frags in 3 rounds, so it's not looking too great for them.
Oh, Tapson holding on to Toxic. He'll bring down, by the way, Night 9 is Berg, for those of you watching here online. He brings down Berg. It's effectively all up to Benji right now. Tapson will find him as well. That's a nice 3K spray down for him. And getting into that first rifle round, Penta able to get right back on their feet, losing only 1 person. So that's a pretty big round here for the CT side. Property, though, definitely not forced to a save yet. They'll even pull out the op here.
They'll pick the AWP up. No, they're not going to pick the AWP up on the CT side. Sorry, I read that completely wrong. But yeah, Benji will have it, as you said.
Lion King.
Nice. I think that's Muse for Night as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had that one. We've had that.
Oh yeah, I
before.
remember. That's Berg. Yeah, it's Berg.
Yeah, it's Berg. And Kaboom is just, you know, darkness.
Yeah, emo.
No, it's just Metallica, the Black Album, obviously.
Ah, classic. Benji has picked up the first frag with the aforementioned AWP, though. Could be getting a second. Crystal went for the peak. Didn't get punished for that. The Property's slow, steady approach seems to be paying out for them so far. Stavi's on top of the bomb. This could get him in trouble if we start to see flashes and smokes come over. Strux is now going to push through into Knight's crosshairs. Berg, pardon me. This is a great round already for Team Property, and one that is going to put Penta potentially onto an eco. So the flashes are now roaring on in, ripping onto the site. And now it looks like they are going to rotate towards B, which is where Crisby is sitting, but he's all by his lonesome, forever alone.
Just like Metuz.
I did get some more tweets. So.
Maybe you guys should hang out forever together. In a platonic relationship. Alright, Crisby holding behind the box as he's still waiting for... Oh, Berg will push in through that smoke and generator. So Crisby to fall, and that'll be the site. Crystal and Stavy probably want to think about saving these. Crystal doesn't really have to think about it. He's all the way still over in that A site. And we will have Stavy setting up for some exits. He will find one and a second. Very nice second headshot onto Robin, but Kaboom will bring him down, and Dumas finds Crystal. So no CT is able to survive and hold onto their guns, which means they're broke for this upcoming round.
Yeah, so eco it will be.
Maybe they're over 3k. Maybe there's a force buy, but a little risky even still.
I feel it's extremely risky though. You go for the force and you lose it, then it's potentially 6-1 to Property on their T side, which is what we kind of saw earlier on Cash. Interesting enough, I got a couple more tweets. One from Nicky who says top 3 Cloud9 Fnatic and Envious, so some more Cloud9 love there.
Yeah, that seems plausible. That one.
And then from Maddie, Nip, Fnatic, and Cloud9. So it seems like quite a lot of people are on board the Cloud9 hype train.
Are you surprised?
No, I said myself I think I could see them going far. I don't think they can win it, though.
Yeah, it'll be tough, that's for sure. Alright. Strux is in a very good spot here in the CZ. He's almost able to spray down 2 people, now trying to get that long reload in. The bomb will go down. Crystal is up. He spots that long barrel of the Opper, who is at Benji. I think they realize Strux is here as well. They only got 2 bullets. He's going to try to scoop something up. It looks like he did, but couldn't switch to it. Stabby, though, coming in through the vents. And now he can't get Dumas. Oh, Dumas has time to turn around, though. He'll close it out with a nice 4K of his own, but that got pretty dicey moving in through those entrances into B. Very dangerous when those pistols are there.
CZ very nearly put the banana skin on the floor for Property, but they do just about manage to navigate their way across. I think I just saw an AWP dropped as well, indeed. So we'll be having Benji with that AWP once more. Did pretty decent work, got a couple of entries last time he had it. 5-1 already. Look at this, very aggressive push from Penta going out. They're going to be walking into cover. There's 2 of them here. The terrorists do answer back. Esberg as well. So they do get a frag, the CTs, but the fact that they've gone 2-1 behind is a massive crushing blow to their potential to clutch out this round. And Strux is going to be forced out of position.
Yeah, he's got no chance.
Waiting there. That's really smart teamwork from Property. And only 2 players remain.
And he was already kind of low from a grenade, so he didn't have the luxury. A lot, you know, pretty much whatever it does these days. If a Molotov goes down, you just wait in it until it hurts a little too much. Then you try to peek out, find a kill, and die. But at that point, he kind of had to run. And by the time he started running at like 10 HP, there's no way he's finding a kill. And this pop flash. Oh man, Stabby didn't throw it the first time, and then he went to do it again, and Dumas was right there. So Stabby goes down without a fight, and now it is just Tapson, who is going to peek out, might find a kill onto Dumas, and yeah, he will. Brought down to 43 after that one. He's got to hide for another 30 seconds or so. Might peek out for another kill. But Penta not in a good spot. Like, I didn't even realize. His first couple rounds had gone so fast, but Property about to be 6-1 up here. And this is the map that you gave them the free pass on.
Yeah, I felt like Property should have this. But it would be close. I could see Penta maybe pulling it back. And again, we discussed this before. Inferno definitely should go the way of the Germans. I can definitely see it going to Penta Sports. So this is important for Property. And as you say, I think they'll be happy with the 1-1 tie. I was speaking to Misled. We were casting together a few days ago, and I think he said that 15-16 is typically the mark where you start to qualify for LAN. So again, 15, 16 points is what these teams will be aiming for. Every single map is so vital.
Alright. Dumas up in those vents already. Two other players wielding those pistols have fallen. You can see Struck trying to get boosted up there by Frisbee, who will somehow take 0 damage from that grenade. CSGO things right there, but the important thing is property. Don't lose a single person. And Dumas, man, he is a killing machine today. Already he's got 15 kills in just 8 rounds.
Pretty crazy stuff from him. He's just one of those guys, isn't he? That he isn't typically the guy that I would necessarily point to carrying the team, but the fact that now they no longer have Twist or Zender, maybe he is going to start to step up for his team. Maybe he has been like the overshadowed carry after all.
Well, rifle rounds here. Let's see what Crystal. Where's Crystal taking his op? Was over towards middle, now he's falling back towards B. Stavros is pushing through squeaky doors, so he's going to get some information pretty soon. Depends how far he actually wants to go. And Strux is controlling the vents here for the CT. So they've got that first kill, and they've got a very strong hold all across the map. They don't even really have to worry about playing A right now with the position Stavros has got himself into. And Strux from the vent will stop them from controlling middle. Stavvy, yeah, backstabs them finally. And now it's up to Robin and Kaboom. 2 on 5, now 1 on 5. That was a very solid round for Penta. We're going to need to keep on doing that. Again, we talked earlier in our first match, which feels like days ago at this point. Losing either half is fine on the half, but you want to keep it reasonably close. So Penta's got a lot of winning to do.
Exactly. This is one of the more even maps in Counter-Strike. So if you lose 8-7, 9-6 at a push, that's doable. You can still bring it back. But we saw, what, like 13-2, I think, or 12-3 half last time? And that was just too far gone. I think they ended up losing 16-4. So you need to bridge that gap. And Penta, they have got themselves around. I believe they took it cleanly as well, keeping all 5 players alive. It gives them a chance, but they have to capitalize on this because now the round loss bonus has once again been reset. They've got a really solid fire weapons, I should say, with an AWP there. Crispy with the first frag onto Robin as the fast B pushes in. Property now kind of caught, isolated from one another. 2 players on the site already, the other 2 out towards the T side and checkers respectively. Crystal's missed that first shot onto the site. The bomb is being planted, so now Property can actually sit back on the site and just wait for the CTs to try and aggress on this. So all the pressure's been taken off them. And there's Dumas to enter in with his 16th frag. He's been dropped from Strux. He's going to put some more pressure onto Property. Benji, though, lands a shot onto Stavvy. And now Crispy just chimes in with a frag. He's seen the second player of Berkeley hiding to the left-hand side. And you can see Benji is nowhere near this site. He's not even going to bother to try and attempt to stop the defuse. He's going to keep that AWP going forward. And Penta just about hit their 3rd round on the board.
And money's going to be tight here. Benji having saved that op and $2,900. Yeah, you already see him throwing that AK, so he's dropping. And a few of the other players able to buy on their own. So this will be another rifle round for Property, but a very good position that Penta's got themselves into. They can probably lose a round here, still have rifles. And of course, this round, round 11, the most important yet for them on their comeback. They'll break the economy of Property here and probably be able to get 2 rounds in a row. So must win for them. And Strux finds that first kill onto Robin.
Always key to get the first frag off.
Yeah, it definitely takes a weight off your shoulder, that's for sure.
Robin hasn't been having the best of games, although when you got a player who's 16 for 4, chances are you haven't had many opportunities to get
There's
frags,
no one to kill.
He has just been taken down. So now this is the opportunity for the rest of Property to maybe get themselves some frags and tally up the kills. Berger's about to get pop flashed. He does turn around in time, but Crispy still tagged him down to 78. He's about to get circled from Tabson, who comes in with the M4. This is much better from Penta. And potentially their 3rd round in a row, which would do the world of good to their bank, their economy, and also their confidence. And interesting enough, they have kept, like, the rounds that they've won, they've typically kept a lot of weapons up, but they just lose one as I'm speaking. Benji lands an AWP shot onto Stavvy, and Strux has been picked off. And maybe with 35 seconds, Property can take this round anyway.
Well, Tapson's he now just drops out of the vents and say he's in a pretty key spot to stop. Well, even if they do make a quick rotation over to B to stop them, But it looks like they are going towards A, and that's the right decision. As we can see, it's only Crystal over here. So if they're able to take Crystal out of the round, ideally they do it without losing a man, and it's 2-on-2 in a post plant. But Crystal set up there, nicely done, and time getting very low, very low. He knows this player's got to try to get that bomb, so that's a nice nade. Getting Kaboom pretty low. He just finishes it off with the P250. So beautifully done. Keeping 3 people alive as well. Crystal saves the op. And now Team Property, they're winning so many rounds, are finally broke.
They are potentially bridging back the gap that we're talking about before and stopping the very one-sided half from coming in for the Swedes. So far so good for Penta. They are going to have so many weapons to play with. You assume that they're going to take this round as well, round 12. I'm curious to see if Property are going to go for a fast push. It seems that's the case. They have a Molotov, which suggests they can probably throw that towards quad and then try and force on through with the smoke and the flashbangs. Burger's going to be coming round from Squeaky. They actually have 3 players on Squeaky, which is interesting. There is a bit of a concern, though, that if all 3 players run out the bottleneck for this Squeaky, things can get bad
double
quickly.
Molotovs,
And
too.
exactly, the flashbangs on top of that is not looking good for Property. They're taking heavy casualties. Crystal with a double kill. He gets picked off, and somehow Property suddenly have the player advantage. And the bomb planted.
Another Molotov there. Crisby will take down Dumas. They're going to go for the boost here, but they're boosting on the taller box. You can't do that on the ledge that we saw Berg just jump on there. So things get a bit awkward for Property. You can already hear the CT player has gotten on the bomb, and they've got off. But the Terra's got to keep wondering, and that's why Berg just pushes through the smoke to figure out what's going on. And Robin's so low. I think the Shadow even giving him away there a little bit as well. Crisby, 3K, able to win it here. And that's now what? 4 rounds in a row here for Penta.
It certainly is. How's their economy looking though? Ah, it's fine. They got 11k on Crispy. I was just curious because they lost 4 players if they're going to be struggling a bit, but they're all good. Property though are able to get themselves an AWP. Benji has been AWPing up until this point, but it seems that Dumas happy enough to take it for now. Let's see where he's spawned. He's right at the back. So originally I thought maybe he's going to take the AWP because he's got a great spawn for like mid to have a quick peek, but actually no. He's at the back of the bunch. And Benji's going to be taking himself the AK instead.
What Savvy wants to do? Is he going to go over to these toxic barrels under the boost? Just hoping people are going to try to push the smoke. You can see that flash is coming out, and they will all run right past him. And that's a nice play. Savvy finally takes down one, but again, they've got no idea where that's coming from. They'll push through the smoke to find the other. So well played by Savvy on this round. That'll leave only Dumas in a 1v4. Taps in the one man to go down from Penta. And those footsteps will be heard, so they know where Dumas is.
Such a good position, very unorthodox from Stavia, I believe it was. Like, you're not expecting him to just be stood underneath the boost, just behind the smoke, but it's such a solid position. And Penta on track to get their 5th round in a row. And now Property running out of ideas, it seems. Could potentially be back onto just a few AKs. They got the full round loss bonus coming in, so I'll be curious to see how much economy they have. Do they have enough? Yeah, they have enough to get AKs, no problem. But it won't be another AWP, though.
Yeah, we'll see how they can do with these AKs. Looks like Penta has figured out how to hold on here pretty nicely. And who has really stepped up? Actually, everyone pretty much carrying their weight here. 9 kills for Crisby, 10 for Stabby, 9 for Tapson, and then 6 there for Crystal and Strux, where it's been kind of the Dumas show, but he's slowed down a bit recently, and now Crystal with the op takes Robin out of the round early. So once again, Penta finding the opening frag. I think Crystal's on to what's going down over here at the boost. He knows people are dropping off, and he'll be able to find Berg. He might not have expected 2. And he is giving it the old repeat. They found Benji in middle garage as well. Taking some damage here from Tapson. Kaboom will bring down Crystal. That was the op. Nice flash from Tapson. He's able to catch Kaboom as well before he falls back. Benji gets the player trying to push through the smoke over towards B. I think Crisby really wanted some information beyond that smoke wall. But it doesn't matter. Strux is there. And that's tied, 7-7.
Yeah, we're starting to see Penta utilize their grenades a whole lot better and getting better crossfires down. At the start, they were losing players. One of the reasons they found themselves 7-1 behind. And I mean, that in itself gives you an idea, if you just joined us, about this comeback that Penta have been making. From 7-1 behind to 7-7. Pretty impressive. Been using good smokes, good flashes. They've been controlling mid a whole lot more as well, I've got to say. And Property have seemed to run into a bit of a brick wall. Although, even worst case scenario, if they finish this 8-7 behind, 7 rounds is still more than enough rounds to work off when they go on their CT.
Well, Stabby just going to play up here on top of the site, but now he knows that squeaky door is opening. He's going to fall back. He's coming fast into the site. Stabby not able to bring down one. Probably should have had at least a kill there. Instead, that allows Berg to grab 2. Crystal hitting that invisible corner. Gotta love it. 3 on 5. It looks like Property, despite losing so many rounds, might just take this half after all. Well, things are getting a bit dicey. Molotov burning Robin. Crystal's posted up with that up. Robin's going to fall to Crisby. From behind, though, Dumas able to find Crystal and Benji getting the other 2. Both of them surviving with a combined 18 HP, I think it was. That's crazy. 7 in a row, or 6 in a row, I think it was for Penta, and finally Property get 1 more, and that'll win them the half.
Yeah, decent T-side for Property. They'll be a bit disappointed, though, I'm sure, after being 7-1 up. Would have been hoping for at least double digits, but they still have the advantage. And if they win this pistol, they should be like 10-7 ahead, which is a really solid place to be from a CT's perspective. I'm just curious, though, because we said this before, like we've seen Property play Cash so many times in the last season. They're a solid team, but sometimes their CT side, especially on A site, is quite vulnerable. So I'm not sure if Penta are going to be able to punish that. I'm going to be curious to see how this shapes up now.
Well, it's a pistol round, and it has Tapson in it, so you always got to watch out for that. Although we will only have a Glock this time. Well, most likely. Unless they try to raid boss somebody up. Yeah, he'll get armor for himself. And here it is, pistol round going into the second half. We got, I can't quite see because the chat is at 2 Kevlars, a couple smokes flashes, even some decoys coming in. Oh, there it is, 3 Kevlars. That's what I was wondering about. And Kevlar across the board, so not a single kid here for Property. They're going to need to hold on and make sure that bomb doesn't actually get planted.
Very passive play from Strux. He's assuming that the CTs may push through main, which is the correct call as well. Is he going to be able to get any of these frags though? No, he gets instant pop from trouble. He's in trouble, but he does come out swinging, gets himself the frag. He's been dropped very low. Stabby's just going to rush on through, but there's Benji. So Team Property are holding on for now. There's still 2 players left. Benji's been tagged. I think he was dinked through the box, so he's down to 19. But still so much time to play for Penta, and they do have a P250, which is just taking up the hands of Crisby. Beautiful headshot from Robin, and that's on Stabby. He's already picked himself up a frag this round, but can he clutch in this 1v3?
Well, he had a couple 3Ks in the regular half, but 1v3 is a bit different. He's making noise. Robin knows that he's coming through, and with that P2K, we'll close it out. So Property winning, if you count that last round of the last half, 2 in a row here and taking the pistol, so that'll keep Penta on the back foot for a little while. Will they force buy? Molotovs, armor. Looks like the first buy is coming in.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of expected on Cash if you don't get the bomb plant. Like, if you have no reason to save up for AKs in the 3rd round on your T side, you're probably going to go for the force. And that's what they've done. Crystal still has 1100. Probably going to be saving up for the earlier AWP, I'm guessing. But with these Molotovs, you're almost assuming it's going to be an A play. But the way that they're actually filtering out, maybe it's going to be a slow play instead. Which is a bit surprising considering that they've got pistols and these grenades.
Well, I mean, there's 2 places where you can really use the Molotovs, right? At least 2 of them at a set play. Like A, put 1 fence, 1 quad, or you can go over towards B and you can get them on the site and in that sort of the headshot ledge to make taking the site a bit easier. And that seems to be what they want to do. Crisby is ready to throw his, but Crystal's already been taken out, and I think he was over towards A, being that A lurk. Here comes that Molotov. We'll see from Dumas' perspective. It'll push him behind this wooden box, and now another Molotov to come into there. So both players up by that first box. Will they expect the second one? They will not, and that's Berg with the Samas. It will bring down 2, and Crisby will help him out.
Right, so it's 10-7. You're expecting it to move towards the 11-7 scoreline here. Property have done everything right so far on their CT side. Penta going to go for a fast push. Probably going to be just upgraded pistols and nothing else. Couple P250s run mixed for Penta. I can see there that Dumas just got himself a CZ. Nothing out of the ordinary here, Joey. This is just pretty much standard Cash, what you're expecting to see. I don't think Penta are going to look to push in, so they're almost setting up identically to how they did last round. Just hoping for a CT push, see if they can get themselves a frag and then convert that into a bomb plan. The issue is, though, that Property are very disciplined so far on their CT side, so I don't think they're going to make any mistakes. And Dumas, look at this, he's using that smoke screen, allow him to push in. He's heard that jump, and that could be deadly. He's going to assume that's a boost. Here we go. He's going to get himself 2 frags, surely. Not just the 1, but at least the information has been given and probably get a clean kill.
Oh, wow. Stabby.
Rip.
A P250, though, getting that close range. Now Berg from far away. Benji coming over top. Benji's going to need to help out a little bit more here, or will he? Berg pulls out the USP to find Strux. Benji brings down Stabby behind that. So Dumas the only one to fall right there. He did get wrecked, but he still won the round, so he's probably not too upset about it. And there you go. That expected 11-7, as you said. And here comes the next rifle round. Op coming out for Crystal. Op for Benji.
Yeah, he got wrecked, but I think he only had a CZ as well, so it's you know, not the end of the world. He did lose Kevlar, I think, and a couple of grenades, but a decent trade out overall. As you say, though, Orcs coming in for both teams. Enough grenades to make a nuisance of themselves here, Penta. Robin's been dropped down to 42 in the early confrontations in mid. I worry here for Penta is they're always setting up the same way, and I have this horrible feeling, Joey, they may become a bit predictable. And the way Property been playing is almost a perfect counter to this slow style. They're not giving anything away early on.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected that Penta was doing with their slow pistol rounds, just trying to get some information and see who's playing what, or what the setup is. By kind of just running that normal default you'd see with your rifles, but doing it with just Glocks. I think you don't have a pretty high shot of winning, but maybe the information's more important. And Berg to find another. Let's see, how's Berg been doing? 17 and 11. Dumas calmed down a little bit, but is still up on the top. 20 and 12 for him. He's down for this round, though, so can't get any more kills. And Tapson will move forward, take down Robin before he's able to retreat. So 3-on-3, Penta are fighting back in this round. Kaboom is in a place where he could have done a lot of damage, but Tapson was able to bring him in pretty early on. Benji nearly connecting through the smoke there. Now we'll peek down and find 1. Tapson, though, pushing forward, will win that brief 1v1 and find 3 kills for himself.
Key moment there is that Tabson pushes up mid through highway, and I'm really surprised that Property lost the player. I didn't quite catch who it was, but he got shot while he's trying to jump over the barrels. And kind of needlessly. Yeah, I think it probably was Robin, yeah. And I just don't understand that play. Like, you know mid's probably going to be taken, you know there's a high chance that highway could be getting pushed, and you just die needlessly. And from there on in, you saw Penta just go straight for the jugulars. They went super aggressive towards the end. So a bit of a misplay from Property, and I'm hoping from their perspective that they can, you know, iron out those kinks. Benji pushes super aggressive, though, into the garage. Minimal flash. Don't think it even tagged him that much. I think it flashed Tabson.
Yeah, Tabson like full blinded himself for a while there.
And now Benji's going to try and make the most of that, pushing up with the CZ. It's devastatingly strong at close range. He's hearing the jumping. I feel like if he just holds there, he's in a pretty good position.
I nearly saw him. I don't think it's actually possible once they're in that doorway. Benji's moving around. That player is still jumping. Alright, 12 bullets, but he finds the kill. Doesn't even stay around to pick up that gun. Might regret that, but he did want to get out of there quickly. You gotta expect those terrorists to be very close by. So well done for Benji. Now Penta wants to get that man control, even being a man down, so they will boost up over. Got that Galil. Who is that that's coming out of lower? Looks like it was maybe Crystal going to help out, but they're going to move things back over towards B. They're leaving that lurker that is Stabby over at middle. He can also come in through the vents, and once again we'll see those Molotovs coming to the back of the site. I don't even know. Up on top of this box. Okay, it will actually. It's forcing Berg to move actually quite a bit. Now the other Molotov going to fall right on top of him. He's stuck in a pretty awkward spot. This wall of smoke also allowing the terrorists to move across, but that's not working out so well. Actually, if they push forward, they are going to be brought down. Stabby's trying to do what he can. Bench is just running around with a knife. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why you run at him. Like, he's got a knife. Let me just get real close to him. Surely you just try to keep your distance. Lustig, that means funny.
The only thing I can think of is, like, maybe he wanted to die before the timer ran out. Because it was on, like, 1 second, I think, when he died. But even then, I'm not so sure, because he just gave away a lot of money to the opposition for that knife. Orp on Berg. It's interesting to me how much they switch around these weapons on both teams. I think it's becoming more and more of a standard thing in CS. We're often seeing a lot of teams will have multiple people that can use the Orp to a pretty high level, but you can see this all filtering through into Squeaky. Pop flash from Demar in case that push was coming in, and Robin cleans up very comfortably. Team Property move 13-8 ahead. Only the one round on their T side thus far for Penta, who could be on another eco here.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. It's like we can buy, but it's not going to be the best. Or we could just like kind of force up. But you would only have the 3-round bonus, so you'd only be getting 2,400 bucks unless you planted the bomb. Then you grab 3,200. But they'll just go for the buy. Molotov and smoke coming out onto Crystal as he goes for the Tech 9, so he gets some of that utility that they are lacking from the other members that have gone for 3 AKs and a Galil. It looks like it's going to be the set A play. Some smoke's going to be thrown over from the back alley there. They will still again have to push for the smoke at A main. Kaboom waiting for them to come through that. That door is going to open. And Kaboom will find one right away, as will Benji. So 5 on 3, pushing through those taps with a beautiful spray down, finding 2.
Key frags. Strux is the last player remaining. 1 minute on the timer. He's got the bomb. He's got himself a nade as well. Both of Property are full HP as well, though. And now it just really does come down to the mind games. You can see that Benji's hiding in a pretty solid position right now. This is such a good place because you can see he's got the knowledge of, well, no one can get past me in main. And also I've got half of mine. In my peripheral vision, I can see through Squeaky as well. This is such a good position for Benji to take. That's why he's not moving. Strux is going to be coming through any second now. 35 seconds. He's only got a HE in his hands, and Benji's about to see him. There's the... Oh, I thought he shot that a bit too early there. I thought he may have just whiffed his opportunity. Still got the frag, though, and that's what I'm talking about. Such a smart play from Benji in that 1v2.
Alrighty. That's 14-8. And that's Penta once again on hard times. This time they will just go for the forest. They're in their play to win mindset. They want to get around here. They don't want Property to be able to get up to that match point. But also it will be difficult just going on that forest buy. And Robin, oh, the Scar 20 here on Cash. That's a gun that can actually be pretty dangerous here. There's a lot of spam spots with that Scar 20 if you know him. But they're going fast over towards B. Berg kind of needs to get a second frag here. Pulls up that USP, but against armor and helmets, not really a good weapon to have. So Benji posting up on the cross will do a little bit of damage, but not finding a kill. And Penta now with the advantage, getting that bomb down in just a moment here.
Yeah, shifting through the gears, and this is what I was hoping to see from them a few rounds early, and that's just like raw aggression. Clearly the slow play wasn't working for them. Maybe they were feeling out Property, but they did so way too slowly. And this is much better. At least they got the bomb down. They still are in a pretty precarious position in the sense that a lot of their players are very low. Benji with the first frag. I don't think that Calvin realizes a player to his right-hand side, and well, Benji went for that defuse and just got caught out completely. You can see that Calvin now knows where at least one of the players are, but he's about to run into Crispy. Crispy takes his head off his shoulders. 14-9, Property. Very close, but now you can see that auto sniper in the hands of Crystal could do some serious damage. Will be a eco for Property with some CZs playing for the longer game, and I like this. There's no point trying to rush over the 16 rounds, you know, towards the finish line. Just play it safe, because if you force up and then you lose your potential to another eco, it could be a 1 for 2 or even a 1 for 3 round.
The Scar 20 has traded hands. I want to see. I don't even think a kill came in with it, did it? Maybe we'll see one this round. Crystal's got it up on top of that boost. Tapson will find the first kill on the round by grabbing Benji. The Molotov started to come in, and oh, there's Stabby able to intercept. Robin, oh, I was going to say, the shots aren't landing, might just go down to the fire, but at the end there, Stabby does finally get it. Tapson, I think, hits Berg quite a bit through the vents, but it's actually with the CZ. Berg who will peek up and finish him off. Still, though, it is a 4-on-2, and Penta are keeping themselves alive in this game. Getting into the double digits, and, I mean, that's close enough to a point where Property's got to be... Oh my god, what a headshot that was from Kaboom. But Property's in a position where now that Penta have gotten to the double digits, they need to be conscious about their economy, right? You don't have too many rounds to mess around with anymore, because that other team's starting to catch back up.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Very little room for error. There's some teams that will kind of choke them out a tiny bit. Penta, though, have got that bomb planted. Knight, right? I keep calling him Knight. It's Berg. My apologies.
It's really hard not to read what's on the screen, but...
Yeah. I'm kind of like Ron Burgundy, I suppose. Wait, have you seen Anchorman? Please tell me you've seen Anchorman.
Of course.
Okay, good. I thought that was just completely lost on you. I was about to be a sad panda. You said you haven't seen Game of Thrones, so who knows?
I watched season 1. I was like, meh. It was my favorite. I tried really hard to like it. but I just couldn't do it. My friend was like, I'm fast forwarding through this scene, I'm bored. I'm like, no, dude, like I want to watch it. I want to get into this. And then like a couple episodes in, I'm like, bro, just fast forward. Like, I can't handle this anymore.
What I will say is it does get a lot better. But if you didn't dig the first season, then that's fair enough.
I don't know, it's funny. Everyone's always like, by the gods. Everyone's go-to, by the gods. I don't know. Dragons are cool. I like all the forced nudity in Games of Thrones. Like, I don't really need that when I'm watching TV, you know? To be honest. That's the only reason people really like it anyways, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Well, 25th round here. And Property have got themselves a buy-up. It's not a great buy-up, it's only one defuse kit, but we've already seen that they're capable of holding off these angles. Great crossfire so far from Property on their CT side. Just 3 rounds won from Penta, but in fairness to the Germans, or at least the German org, they have picked up the last 2 rounds in a row, so that, you know, it's gone the right way. But as Joey said before, they are running out of time, running out of rounds, and that's Scar 20. Now, Auto Sniper is going to have to come good for Crystal. It doesn't seem like it's done a great deal so far. He's 12 for 17. Oh, and as I say that, he gets the frag onto Dumas, who just pushes straight into main. That's a pretty key frag that Penta have got themselves.
That it is, and things are starting to get a little worrisome here for Property. It was looking like they were going to close this out so easily, and now Penta with a good chance to get up to those 11 rounds. Dumas has already fallen, so they've taken, you know, the top fragger out of the equation. Not that Berg and Benji are far away, both of them with 21 kills apiece. And now Robin will equalize it. Tapson was out over that boost and looks like didn't survive too long there in middle by himself. But it's into B. Benji will find one, so again, the trade comes in. That's 3 on 3. Crystal with the Scar 20, though, finding another. Berg is hot on their tails. Will he? Oh, I think he saw the barrel of Crystal. I mean, we definitely saw it. No, and there's the box! That was so sick! I only noticed the barrel because of X-ray, but it was definitely sticking out from that box for a second.
Man, I was just questioning as well, like, has this auto sniper done anything? Boom, 3 kills. One of which through a box. Just get wrecked. Oh my goodness. And now Property, you know, from a really good position, like on top of the hill looking down on the peasants of Penta, are suddenly in economic downturn. And 3 rounds on the bounce, the pressure's going to start to mount for them now. Penta looking good these last few rounds. You can see the Property, they're trying that fast push again, but Crispy he's already read the script. He's miles ahead of them. He will get traded out from Robin from that CZ, but Robin took heavy damage in the process. Penta just assuming control over mid, and that will give them the opportunity now to force up high, where we've seen this before from them against pistols. I'm not fancying the Property can do anything to stop this.
Wow,
with the 1 dig. Oh man, the power of the 1 dig is real. It's a 3-on-2. I think if Dumas can land a headshot, there's every chance that maybe, just maybe, Property can pull this off. He's got the first headshot. He gets taken down from behind, however, and now it's all on Robin, who's got the AK-47. Does he go for this, or does he just save the assault rifle? It looks like it's the latter of those options, and the smart play, really, as well.
How to close out the match on the CT side. Lesson 1. Don't give the terrorists a Scar 20. That's an important lesson to be learned here. Not that it's made all the difference, but Crystal pulled some nice frags off it with it on the last round. He found one here, and they're still keeping it. They're still using it. Looks like Robin will be able to go ahead and save up. But let's see. Money coming in. They've lost a couple in a row. Property should actually be able to buy here.
Should be a decent buy as well, I think. Let's see what the economy looks like. Yeah, they're going to be able to have M4s easily. With that saved weapon, they may even be able to force out an AWP as well if they want to go for glass cannon on Dumas. They're really thinking about this. With 3 seconds, they're pondering this. They're going to go for the M4 instead. It gives them more grenades, gives them the armor as well.
And looks like 1 hit per sight here for the CTs, as Penta now are within 2. Tapson is spamming middle. I would expect to see Crystal there tapping away. But instead, he's going back on that truck, hoping someone will peek out on the left side of that white box. Crystal will take them down from afar. And who is that he is using there? Crystal, and that was Strux on the boost. Strux is the support player, so it does make sense.
In hindsight, I think that was a really good call as well, Joey. Not to go for the AWP, because the way that Penta typically got a lot of these rounds, they were playing slow at the start, they were getting punished, they were walking around the crosshairs properly. Now, they're starting to play slower, but then they're getting set plays down, they're rushing through smoke, so that kind of counteracts the AWP to an extent. So I think Property are kind of reading the way that Penta are playing this, and trying to react accordingly. And with 45 seconds to go, the deadlock has still not been lifted, so both teams have full grenades by and large, or at least enough grenades to play with, and lots of time to utilize. Here come the Molotov, that's going to give away the potential play for Robin. He peeked out though! He was safe, he peeked out into 2 players, and that could be a crucial frag.
The spamming of the Scar 20 is real. Who needs a peak corners? Just start spraying. Dumas will find 2! And Crystal and Stabby were there to take down that player who happened to work his way back into the B site. So 3-on-2 right now. Kaboom trying to spam through. Crystal going to spam right back. Does actually connect. I think they both connected a little bit. Obviously no one going down quite yet. Does make things pretty awkward for Crystal. Just being shot from the other side. Can't do really anything about it. And the more that he shoots back through the wall, the more likely he is to be connected on. But it looks like he survives. The M4A1S can only stand for so long. Crystal jumping has spotted this player. They need to kill Benji because Crystal wants that Scar 20. They've got to kill Benji and get back in there behind that box. Are they not going to go for it? Are they finally giving it up? Yeah, all right. They're leaving it behind. They're going to have to close it out without that Scar 20.
Or Strux. He's on the prowl for it. He wants
Oh,
it.
he's going back for it.
Oh, yeah, he gets it. Just about gets it. Oh, man.
All right, just kidding. It's back. I
Crystal's
believe again.
reunited with his love. He has
Now,
one from...
Property might be like, they didn't get it. They might not have noticed. Maybe they're going to play like there isn't a Scar 20. Not that they really have a choice, since they all have CZs.
This has been the game of comebacks, though. Like, Penta looked dead and buried almost twice in this game, and have somehow got back to just a 1-round deficit. And with this being a sort of eco with CZs and a couple Kevlars thrown in, a few grenades, because Property can't buy next because they're on loss bonus, this is going to be 14-14, more than likely. So right down to the wire. Again, Penta playing slow. Team Property typically in these pistols have tried to rush through B and catch Penta unawares, but Crisby's always been sat there waiting. So this time they're just playing slower. The issue with that, though, is on a map like Cash, AKs will always dominate pistols in these kind of confrontations, unless someone derps, like, epically.
Whoa, that was weird. Molotov by the terrace, but I think that was to counter that counter boost, but it kind of went up on top of their own boost. Either way, they push over it, and the terrorists have got that mid control, but as soon as they get it, they will just fall back. I don't know if that was the plan from the get-go or what. Maybe they were hoping to get mid control while also finding a kill. They haven't done so, so now Crystal will go back up with the help of Crisby. So he's over the top. He will spot a player. Takes a few shots, but doesn't connect with them. And working into the site, Stabby going to be taking the lead, crossing that forklift now, but Robin moving out. Got 6 bullets, can maybe find one more kill with a little too much to ask. Uh-oh, this is getting dicey. Property. That M4, I think, found 2 kills for them. Crystal to get another, though, around the quad. Now Berg peeking out from truck. It'll be Stabby and a 1-on-2. Those 2 players have not picked up guns yet. Dumas is in close. Oh, they're going to pinch him just real quick from both sides. He's got no chance. Property to 15.
Yeah, perfect execution at the end there for Property, going in from either side. There's really no hope that Penta could hold off that, and he went off the bomb. Oh, I assume so that his teammate could get the AK. Berg does have a defuse kit anyway. There we go. They picked up the auto sniper. I was trying to figure out why he did that. Man, that auto sniper's been in play for like 6 or 7 rounds now.
That thing is a relic. You could probably sell it, flip it for 16K.
Damn. Over to Robin. He's then going to drop an AWP. Right, so long-range weapons. This is a map that you can definitely get away with that. Penta are going to be bitterly disappointed that the pistols came out on top. They pushed onto the site with like 30 seconds. They almost shot themselves in the foot to an extent there. But let's see how Property can potentially repel this onslaught from Penta, who are setting up a couple plays towards the A site. 2 through main, 1 Squeaky. The bomb's been dropped. Aggression through Squeaky. This could play into Stabby's hands. There's the first frag. He gets it for clean. Looks for the second, but he gets traded out. But look at this. Penta taking every single opportunity. They realize that 2 players going through Squeaky means that A, main is by and large going to be left completely barren, and that's the case. What a play, what a call from Penta, but they still need to jump on top of this because they've been encircled. The flashes are coming left, right, and center, but Crystal lands the headshot onto Robin, closes Squeaky, and stops the CTs from getting round here. So the bomb's coming onto the site. It should be planted as well, but now Berg's pushing over into forklift. Tabson gets the frag. The grenade lands right on his face, but Berg's lining them up. He's got the first headshot down. He's trying to buy up enough time for his teammate to get in. Benji with the AWP, but he's going to get picked off from the side of Highway from Crispy, and now it's all on Berg. And he should be falling down, and indeed he will. 15-14.
Man, that was quite a chaotic round. They got control of the site, but the bomb wasn't there. They were kind of scared to plant because that player was still in those doors. CTs almost funneled their way in and got it done, but Crispy in a good position there late in the round, just coming up Highway, able to catch a player completely off guard. I thought Berg might be able to win it the way he worked himself in there, but it wasn't quite enough. So we go into round 30. We've gone the distance, and we might have more to go here on Cash. Could easily head into overtime, and also that Scar 20 is still alive, and it's back on the side of Penta. Crystal's got it once more.
It's interesting to me that they'd put the only player without an assault rifle on A by himself, but well, that was Cavalry. I mean, he's on the main. Does have the cavalry coming in the form of Benji, but there's Dumas with the first frag of the round. It's on to Crispy. Stabby's down to 19. This grenade has Kobe written all over it. Lands by his feet. Will take down the frag. Good start for Property, looking to push out this map before overtime. Struckstone and also the Tech 9 ripping into the Crystal. There is Crossfire down from Highway. It's Berg that gets the last shot, and that's on Tabson. We've seen him pull off crazy plays before. He's got the bomb, he's got the first frag, still 100% of his HP, and he's waiting for that push from Berg.
If there's any player you want in this position for Penta, it's probably Tabson. He will find the first one and pull out that bomb, try to get the bomb down, but and that's actually going to be a fake. Dumas actually too far away to even hear that at this point. Will be spotted again. He'll try to get it down here. That's this for all the marbles. You can see only on 16 HP. Goes for a bit of a flash, but it doesn't work. Dumas is able to take him down.
Oh man, I thought it would be a close map. I thought it would go the way of Property, but I didn't think it would be that close. Penta, I mean, all credit to them. They got 5 rounds in a row after they looked like completely out of this on their T side. But Property just edging ahead, taking that first map. And now we do move on to Inferno, a map that I would be favouring Penta to pick up. But at least Property have that point now, right? At least they have started their season well.
Yep, similar to what happened in our first series of the day as well. But getting into Inferno in just a bit here, I can hear my dog barking. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll head into map number 2, Inferno, in Penta versus Property. So stick around, guys, here at MLG.TV/PlayCevo.